Moreno seems to have recovered. Long it goes towards Vega. Good header win by Otamendi. Second ball of control by Herrera. To Lozano. Turns inside of one. Little contact from behind by Otamendi. And a free kick coming from Mexico.
That's great work from Lozano. Able to turn away from Rodriguez. Uses his speed. Feels a little bit of contact from behind from Otamendi. And he goes to ground. He gets off balance. It is absolutely a foul. And gives an opportunity for Mexico. Now, I've noticed early on these set pieces for Mexico, they're trying different things. So they've been working a lot on the training ground at different ways and different free kicks, different scenarios. They've got a number of people around the ball. This one, it's Vega and Guardado. But these are set plays. So I wouldn't always expect direct strikes on goal or just corner kicks that are served in. I would look for some trickery throughout this game from Mexico and trying to create a good goal-scoring opportunity from a set piece.
Alexis Vega on the one side.
I mean, he's shaping up like he's going to shoot. It's a long way out.
Vega runs past. Guardado rolled to the far side, clipped in by Chavez, and knocked down, but no foul there. Good work by Emiliano Martinez to get back to that one.
Yeah, not a bad idea. There's a set play. He runs over it, little deception. Comes near Chavez and then just stands it up to the back post with the ball there. The execution is not good. It's too high up in the air. That allowed then Emiliano Martinez to come off his line and claim it. That was the look they were looking for, though. They had two green shirts free at the far post.
It was overhit. And then he's got to chase it back. Emiliano Martinez only as far as Herrera. That was great control by De Paul to bring that down. Then he gives the pass away. Trying to find Messi. We're going to pick Araujo's pocket. Late challenge there. McAllister, and he's rolling around in pain.
We're going to get our first yellow, and rightfully so. Here, this tackle from Araujo. He gets his pocket picked, as you said, by Messi. And it's a fake tackle on Acuna after the second one gets away. But Messi was clever. He was on his left side and then goes on the blind shoulder. It's, wow, the first one, but it's the second leg. It's high. Look at that.
Mr. Araujo, 31 years of age, his 64th international appearance. And yet his first in a World Cup.
That's probably an orange card there. That's verging just purely based on the force, I think, that he ends up catching with.
That's part of the story. It's got a handful of players on this field making their World Cup debuts. They are amped up with this energy. Araujo now sitting on a yellow card the rest of the way as Argentina played short. Di Maria skips away from Gallardo. Trying to roll that in. It's going to fall back for Di Maria. No, good work now. Cleared away there. Good recovery by Moreno in front of Messi as Lautaro Martinez thought he was going to flip it on. Messi poked away. Ronaldo certainly thought that should have been Mexico's throw.
You see Messi floating all over the field to try and get some touches on the ball. Sometimes he's in his own half where they have possession, just bouncing it. Then he's on the left, then he's on the right. Mexico are not man marking him. They're trying to use defense by committee and marking the space, as opposed to that right now. He's just hanging out on this near right side, bottom of your screen, and just waiting for the play to develop and then try to arrive late and get involved when they get around the box.
Di Maria coming in off the left there.
Now here he is.
Messi brings it down. The ball wide, Montiel crossing back in. It's a great area. It just comes all the way through. And there was an offside in there anyway in that sequence. It wouldn't have counted.
But that's where Messi can be dangerous. And he just peeled away from the defensive line. There's the offside call as Montiel just gone too soon on this near side. But then when he gets the ball and he's facing it, he's got a defense pinned deep. The little combination passes, the slashing runs to then get him behind. That's where it's difficult to pick up. And you have to stay with your runners if you're in this Mexican defense and stay disciplined throughout that.
Rodolfo Landeros, what are you maybe not hearing but seeing down there?
I'm seeing a very calm Tata Martino, if that is considered to be calm. Arms crossed, and the counterpart of Lionel Scaloni hasn't stopped giving instructions, turns to the bench, even to the bench he's telling, you have to do this, you have to do that. But the thing is, the place is so loud that when he turns to Montiel, who's the nearest guy to the bench, he can't hear a thing. That is the atmosphere that we're talking about here in Lucero.
I wonder how much of that Tata Martino, so much older than Scaloni, so much more experience, kind of understanding you're not going to be able to do anything anyway, so just let it happen.
Yeah, but some of it's just nervous energy from coaches that feel like they need to shout and move and pace the touch lines, and it's body language too. You think about how coaches can convey energy to players on the field through their body language and intensity. Martino's an old hat. Scaloni's a young, exciting, prospectful coach that's had some real success with this Argentina team, but they're both have a totally different energy.
Chance for Mexico to get that cross in. There's really no one in the middle, and it comes all the way out. So it was Poland getting the 2-0 win over Saudi Arabia earlier. Robert Lewandowski's first career World Cup goal. Argentina, if they lose, they're out. They're eliminated with a game to go. Still alive with a tie. Mexico under real pressure, though. If they were to lose this game, it will go down to the final day in this group. That will be Wednesday. He was knocked away by De Paul. Back from Di Maria. The question is, will all four teams be alive on the final day? He gets that away. De Paul. Back in the middle. McAllister. Wide it goes to Acuna. Working on Kevin Alvarez. Alvarez sliding through. Acuna kept it in. Crossing it in while the whistle's gone for a foul there. It looks like as Alvarez is down in pain.
I wonder, it looked like there was maybe just a step after he's gone to ground here. Acuna, yeah, he ends up stepping on his left leg. That's what the foul's whistled for. There's not been many chances in this game. Just the one shot from Mexico, and that one was off target. But not uncommon for Mexican matches in a World Cup. They haven't allowed a goal in 9 straight first halves in a World Cup. And they've only scored in 2 of those. So they keep it tight, very tight in the first half of games.
Let me ask you this. Rodolfo talked about it earlier. This big thing that Tata Martino did, changing his formation, making 3 changes. Now, the extent to which it was a surprise, this formation was on the front page of newspapers this morning. But how has that affected the game?
I'd say it's good so far for Mexico. But what it's done for them, and it was fairly controversial as well, benching Edson Alvarez, who's been one of their most consistent and effectively an ever-present player for them for the last number of years, and plays at a big club in Europe, in Ajax, and he dropped him out of the team. He was the defensive midfielder that held everything down. So he's changed the way that they played. He's got with 2 more experienced players in the middle of the field. He's got with 3 center backs. And he's not conceding any space in the middle of the field where at times they've been opened up. And I would say that it's worked because you haven't had a single shot yet for Argentina in this game.
Montes going long. Lozano couldn't get up to it. Lisandro Martinez won the header. Alvarez back into play after receiving treatment, able to get rid of it. Lozano again couldn't rise all the way up and was offside as Vega was trying to run in behind.
You got 2 of them offside. Take your pick.
Vega taking off the ball.
I want Mexico to win this game.
Sale Stadium. McAllister is chopped down by Lozano. But this place was rocking outside as we walked in. This place was rocking for a full hour before kickoff. Argentina eliminated if they are to lose. Their final game against Poland won't matter for them. But it would mean that Mexico's beaten Argentina at the World Cup for the first time in their history. Pressure there, and that will come back for a foul. Di Maria running in, got bumped off it. Alvarez plays safe, out for an Argentina corner.
That's better from Di Maria there because of the willingness to take a defender on. We haven't really seen anybody from Argentina try to stretch the game and get in behind this Mexican team. So you're asking about the formation. Well, at times you've got 5 across the back. When everything is in front of you, it makes it easier to defend. That time Di Maria takes a guy off the dribble, and you've got defenders going back towards their own goal. They've won a corner from that far side, which Messi's going to take.
Messi's out swinging ball, got flipped along by a defender to Paul. Couldn't hold it in cleanly, now trying to round the corner on Vega, slides through. And a foul. Free kick Argentina.
He turns the corner quickly here. Rodrigo de Paul. Atletico Madrid midfielder was at the heart of this team's run to the Copa America title. And it's a silly challenge from Vega. Doesn't need to go to ground there. Doesn't need to commit. He's going to be able to block the cross, and instead, you now give a free kick from a better spot than a corner. It's close to the corner, but look at that angle now that Messi has to be able to shoot potentially at the goal. And this is the type of spot where you really are essentially treating this like a shot, where you're going to try and bend it low and hard, right at that first man, right at head height, right at the goal, putting pressure on Memo Ochoa.
He's got an Argentina player standing right next to him. Ochoa's been around, 37 years of age, 133rd appearance, 3rd World Cup as the starter. Messi whipping that right in. Ochoa punches it straight up in the air. It's a chaotic scramble of bodies. It's a foul as Ochoa goes down.
Yeah, the goalkeeper's always going to get that one. You have to try and avoid contact at all times. And there it is. He's shooting right at the goal. It's at a height that's fairly comfortable for Ochoa. Although in saying that, he's going back and he punches it straight up in the air. Not a great punch. And it's just the arm up there from Lisandro Martinez that Ochoa essentially jumps himself into. That's a veteran play for the 37-year-old goalkeeper from Mexico.
Who has just made his 37th career World Cup save. Only Thibaut Courtois of Belgium more saves made in the last 3 World Cups. He was the first Mexican goalkeeper to save a penalty kick, a non-shootout penalty kick, since 1930. When he denied Robert Lewandowski on Tuesday in the scoreless draw with Poland. Two Argentine players colliding there. Can Mexico take advantage? Comes over the top. An alert was Lisandro Martinez to knock it away. Gallardo had to get there. Messi goes down in a heap. Wrestling match on the other end.
It's exact. I'm laughing, but it's exactly what we expected to see in this game. It's two teams so well supported. Martinez takes a pretty solid kick to the face there. Two teams playing with aggression. You see Messi trying to play for a foul there. There wasn't enough contact for Moreno to send him down like that. So it's an intense game.
Di Maria, great little move on the outside, and Gallardo. Di Maria running in. Herrera with the help. Guardado almost got his pocket picked. When the assistant referee was signaling for a Mexico throw, referee overruled him. Cunha under some pressure from Alvarez. Looked away on the outside by Araujo. That will be Mexico's throw.
Well, Rodolfo talked about the nerves of Kevin Alvarez in what's just his 9th cap and his first appearance at a World Cup. Well, he's having a pretty good game on that right side. He's settled into it early. Has
been able to defend right up against Acuna, forcing him back, not allowing him to get into the attack and have any type of impact so far.
Vega beaten to that one. Herrera picks it up. Chavez helps it along for Araujo. Araujo trying to find the angle there for Lozano. It's going to come all the way through. Another quadruple header of World Cup action on FS1 tomorrow. Starts with Japan against Costa Rica. Then Belgium against Morocco. Croatia, Canada. That's turned into a bit of a fight, hasn't it? Courtesy of Canada's coach John Herdman. And the nightcap, Spain against Germany, who suffered that massive loss, the upset loss to Japan. Coverage starts at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, right here on FS1. Messi, the strength, cuts it inside. DePaul. Argentina pouring numbers forward. Into the middle, DePaul once again, trying to weave his way out. Can he get back to it? Runs out of room.
Second touch just too heavy from Rodrigo de Paul, and then he's trying to get his body around it to be able to put it in the box, and you can tell what she thinks of that.
There's a lot of nervous energy in this building.
Oh, yeah.
This is not what the Argentina fans, their broadcasters sitting next to us, thought they were signing up for. The popular favorite to win the World Cup, the sentimental favorite, Lionel Messi, to win the World Cup. He talked coming into the tournament about how beautiful it was that so many around the world were rooting for them, which really is rooting for him. Said, I'm grateful for the love I've received in my career, but acknowledging this is the last chance to achieve what he called this great dream of winning a World Cup at the age of 35. And the whole point of winning Copa America was it decompressed them, in his words, took some pressure off, playing with freedom. Boy, did that change when Saudi Arabia beat him. Rodolfo, what more can you add to the Argentina story?
I mean, you can sense that tension coming from the Argentina bench. What this game means after losing to Saudi Arabia. I'm seeing a lot of faces, you know, keeping their eye on the action. I see some nail biting. There's a lot of nerves coming from La Albiceleste.
Montiel, that was blocked by Hector Moreno. It's going to be out for a corner, second of the game for Argentina. But Eric Gutierrez is already up on the Mexico bench. Short corner, Di Maria in, and the header flashing wide.
Well, it's a good-looking ball. They play it short, and then everybody backs off, and then it's late runs into the box. I think it's Montes. He feels he was pushed in the back, and there was an extension of that forearm from Lautaro Martinez that got him off balance.
Well, how about this?
Yeah,
Eric
this
Gutierrez is going to be coming on
right before the end of the first half with only 5 minutes to go. That tells you it's probably injury related. I doubt the way that the game's going that you would make a tactical switch, and it looks like it's going to be Andres Guardado.
So the captain, 179th appearance, breaking this barrier of playing in a 5th World Cup, and Guardado does not make it out of the first half. And Eric Gutierrez will make his World Cup debut at the age of 27. He was part of the roster 4 years ago but didn't play. Lionel Scaloni coming over and show some respect and appreciation to one of the all-time greats from Mexico.
Yeah, just his body language, reading between the lines, it tells you that's not a tactical switch, and that's not a player that you would do that to. So disappointing to see from a Mexican perspective, one of your most all-time cap players coming off in that type of game and with a potential for injury. So we'll see what that one looks like over the coming days.
Off the throw in for Vega. Long run there, and will be out for another Mexico throw. Lautaro Martinez couldn't chase it down. He scored a hat trick the last time these teams met, September 2019. It was a 4-0 win for Argentina, albeit in a friendly, but that's the worst loss Mexico have had under Tata Martino. Given away. Alvarez there. Looked like he might have been fouled, but it's going to be out for an Argentina throw. Herrera running through, falls free. Gutierrez first touch, and to get there in time, he did.
That's going to be yellow.
Yellow card shown. Free kick coming. It's Montiel who is in the book.
Well, Eric Gutierrez's first involvement in the game gets there first. Good acceleration. Montiel had already committed to getting in for that challenge. Tries to go full contact, and he's had an accumulation of fouls, but that one as an isolated foul would absolutely be a yellow card. Right across the shin, and now this is a closer distance for a direct strike at goal. It's going to be interesting to see who actually ends up taking this, because they have a number of players capable. Maybe it's going to be Alexis Vega. Hector Herrera also potentially in the mix.
Vega scored in 3 consecutive games for Mexico coming into this World Cup. Chavez is the other standing over it. Chucky Lozano having a chat with Vega. Looks like Di Maria drew the short straw. He's laying down behind the wall. It's Vega, saved, and what a save. Well held by Emiliano Martinez, and now he's trying to spring the counter. Messi. Does he have an angle for a pass? Can he just get it tackled out by Gutierrez for a throw? First save of the night, Emiliano Martinez in goal for Argentina. And his first World Cup has only emerged as the start of the last year and a half. McAllister wide. 5 added minutes. Di Maria crossing in, no one there.
There's the strike. Vega, great looking strike. It bends over Lautaro Martinez and away from Emiliano Martinez, but not enough speed or pace on it, power rather, to beat Martinez, who's across his goal. He's got a big frame, full extension, but the fact that he's able to catch it and gather it in with 2 hands just tell you it wasn't enough power to beat him off the jump. But it's good to hit the target, test the goalkeeper. You never know what's going to happen.
Otamendi looking long, trying to get Montiel in behind. Gallardo, can he shepherd it out? Yes.
What I'm curious to see in the second half for Argentina is what do they change in the attacking part of the field? Because they're struggling to break down this Mexican defense. They look void of ideas. It's slow ball movement. Once again, they're settling for low percentage crosses. Lionel Messi's having to pick up the ball 40, 50 yards from goal. Scratch of the head from Lionel Scaloni. So I think at halftime it's going to be interesting to assess what happens. We've said it enough. They need to win this game. To do that, the obvious part is you have to score a goal, but you have to create some chances. And they just haven't done that. The ball movement has been far too slow in and around the goals, and it's just too static. It's easy for Mexico to defend right now.
What a save.
How surprised you by that?
save.
This is the new Argentina. This is the free Argentina winning Copa America. Okay, they weren't blowing teams out, but this feels like 2018 all over again.
Yeah. And what they were able to do so well at the Copa America was play on the counterattack when other teams had the ball, or they were so good defensively, and then they relied on Messi and also Lautaro Martinez to create. So the big part of their success was the fact that it didn't.
Let's go, Mexico.
He happened to be the one that delivered, but you had other guys stepping up. Haven't seen enough from Lautaro Martinez. Haven't seen enough from Angel Di Maria. Rodrigo de Paul has been all over the field, but they're still lacking that quality right now in the final third, and the decision-making has not been good.
And it really is so similar to the last World Cup. Remember, Argentina drew Iceland in their opener. Messi had a penalty.
Let's go.
Got absolutely hammered by Croatia 3-0. They had to beat Nigeria in their final game to advance. It took an 86th minute goal to do so in a game more so remembered for those shots of a
Let's go, Mexico.
Diego Maradona watching in the stands in St. Petersburg before they went out in that wild high-scoring game to France in the round of 16. A tie keeps them alive, puts the pressure on for their final game.
Let's go, Mexico.
If Mexico can win, Argentina are done with a game to go. Messi almost skipped through and couldn't. Chavez looking for an outlet, doesn't have one. He's able to weave to the open side of the field before having it poked away by Alexis McAllister.
And John, we have to note again, this is not uncommon for a Mexican team at a World Cup.
Let's go, Mexico.
They haven't conceded a goal in the first half in 9 straight first halves, so they keep the game very tight. They're pretty risk-averse, as though almost as
Let's make
Herrera
something
gives that one
happen,
away.
Mexico.
So really the key is going to be in the second half. What changes can either side make? What does the fitness levels look like? Can you keep this intensity in your pressure? Those are going to be the big questions in the second half for Tata Martino's team, and then especially up against what you're going to see is more of a desperate Argentine team the longer this game goes 0-0.
Mexico already having to burn not just a sub, but a substitution window. Bringing Guardado off a few minutes ago for Eric Gutierrez. Does that end up being significant later on? That comes inside. Vega picks it up. Vega lets it fly, but couldn't get it down.
No, it's not a bad idea. It settled up nicely for him. The way that first touch settled.
Vega tried.
1 against 3 in defenders. Just trying to get that little baby bounce to hit a volley when it's off
Vega
the air,
tried.
right in the middle of it. As here comes some pressure from Mexico, and Martinez has to dump it
go.
out straight to Hector Moreno.
Moreno a second time. Just a few seconds left in the half. McAllister turns. Lautaro Martinez returns it. Is there time enough for Argentina to bring some numbers forward? Create a chance at the end of the half. Di Maria back inside. McAllister trying to find Messi. Di Maria picks it up. Here's Messi now to the far side. The cross in, stabbed behind by a sliding Cesar Montes. Out for an Argentina corner in the final seconds. Mexico arguing the half should have ended already. Fourth officials having to calm down half of their bench right now. This will be the last action before the break. And it's Messi to take. Out swinging ball met by Garda back in the middle of the field, but the referee does end the half there. Well, it's noisy. That's the thing we can say for sure. We'll send you back to Rob starting our set on the Corniche. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in Lusail. No score between Argentina and Mexico.
Good game so far.
WorldCup halftime show on FS1 is presented by Verizon. Time to update my favorite stat. It is now 12.
Good game so far.
We're going to show you how Mexico have been able to keep Messi in check. We're going to recap all of today's earlier activities, and we'll get you ready for the U.S.'s all-or-nothing group stage finale Tuesday against Iran. Argentina had their 36-game unbeaten run snapped earlier this week. Trying to start a new one tonight, but it's 0-0 with Mexico at 45.
Get Argentina out of here.
My signal is totally ghosting me.
Need a better network. Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14.
Let's go. Get Argentina up out of here.
Plus, Verizon gives you another Apple gift too, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, Beats Fit Pro.
Oh, for me.
No, Scrooge.
This Black Friday weekend, get our best deal of the year. Only Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, all on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Verizon.
Argentina might pull it off.
Skeptical when things seem too good to be true. You could say I'm a realist.
Might pull it off, baby.
Shoppers cash back on top of deals at their favorite stores.
All that savings sounds like holiday magic.
No, just good sense. Fantastic. Wonderful, Charlie. Love the ribbons. Far be it from me to tell you what to believe in, but I believe in rabbits.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized
It's halftime right now. 0-0. See how this game turned out.
The crisis text line offers free confidential support from a trained volunteer within minutes.
Mexico go mess around and let these boys come back at the end.
School or at home, money struggles, feeling lonely or isolated, you are...
And Ohio State losing to Michigan? Ohio State is losing to Michigan.
Clint Dempsey and Alexia Lawless back here with you. Eltree, they cannot advance or be eliminated, but a win would give their chances a massive boost to move on to the next round before closing things out Wednesday against Saudi Arabia. Here's the sights from the first 45. Mexico with the first chance in the 10th.
I like this Mexico team this first half. They were hard to break down. There was some nastiness and a couple opportunities in front, too.
That's Mexico coming with it today.
One of the highlights. Ochoa with the clearance, maybe should have done better there, got the foul. Thought Mexico was frustrating Argentina, and as this game stays this way, I think the pressure starts to mount for Argentina.
Yeah, 42nd minute. Unfortunate sight to see. Andres Guardado comes off. You heard John reference there. Well, that not only substitution, but that substitution slot come back to hurt Mexico later. Hate to see this for such a veteran of the Mexico team, but Eric Gutierrez comes on to replace him. And then Alexis Vega with the free kick. Emi Martinez knows where the camera is, just like my old friend Nick Raimondo. Good save in the end. But he knew where the camera was, Deuce.
Yeah, he did.
Physical game, 16 fouls, 2 yellow cards in the first 45. It's been an eventful day in Qatar. Mitchell Duke, Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe all leaving their mark. We'll get you caught up on the earlier action coming up after the break.
No. Face the fact. Mbappe will destroy Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho will beat him for sure.
Okay, you know what? What if we
create a multiverse
and have them play against each other?
Honey?
What about Ronaldo?
What if we
go forward in time?
Hey.
Qué partidazo we're watching.
Damn commercials.
Sell your business. Or discover she's smart. Now what? Here's what. You can Connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
It's a new roommate. Milk? Did I say something salty? Oh. I'm supposed to be a fearless hero, a legend.
You're Puss in Boots?
Normally, I have a sword.
Okay.
Legend tells of a wishing star. I need that wish to get my life back.
You're a pirate now? It's like a possum crawl on your face and die.
Please, mock me quietly.
Puss in Boots, only in theaters. Rated PG.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
Beckham in the house. Watching a little soccer. Bro, are you eating my Lay's?
Yep. It's the FIFA World Cup. And it's football.
Okay, those are chips.
Crisps.
But that is soccer.
No, my friend, that is football.
Okay. Definition. Soccer is a round ball. Football is an oval ball. Like those golden balls.
These souvenirs.
That hurts, actually.
I own my own soccer team. I know.
You just said the word soccer.
Did not.
You said soccer because you know you said soccer.
Don't forget the chips.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on FS1 is presented by Verizon.
3 World Cup matches done and dusted today. Australia's Mitchell Duke gave the Socceroos a hard-fought 1-0 win over Tunisia. They are still alive in Group D. Little shout-out to his son in the stands there. Poland brought Saudi Arabia back down to earth. 2-0 win. Robert Lewandowski among the stars, finally opening his World Cup account. And France, the first team to punch their ticket to the knockout stage. The defending champs made it 2 wins out of 2 games, courtesy of 2 goals from Kylian Mbappe. He now has 3 here, tied for most. The U.S. back in action on Tuesday. Their Group B
Yeah, France doing their thing.
With the victory, the Americans,
France, a.k.a. Africa.
They are eliminated.
Because they team full of Africa.
Live Tuesday over on Fox. 4 more matches coming your way tomorrow, all on FS1, including Canada taking on 2018 finalist Croatia. Canada manager John Herdman knows his team desperately needs a positive result.
Huge match tomorrow. Our team light, bright and clear, ready to go. And it's going to be a defining moment for, I think, Canada in this World Cup. It's one of those do or die games now that we have to perform in.
First half moment, sponsored by Verizon. No goals yet, but how about the crowd at Lusail Stadium, the largest venue here at this World Cup? Second half between Argentina and Mexico coming up next.
Good morning, America. All across the country, we're getting up early this year. Whether you're repping La Cultura, your team is out for the count,
2026 estaremos de vuelta.
Por supuesto. Or you need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game
belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro for free with qualifying trade-in.
We love ya. Where you go, we'll follow.
Because we support the U.S., the U.S., the U.S.
And that's the way we like it.
Let's go.
Hey, you! Can we come together? Hey, you!
New Balance. What you got now?
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic, and only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
Stay on Fox. It's winter
must-win showdown against Iran. A moment of magic. Coverage begins Tuesday at 1 Eastern live on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
Well, I started my own restaurant because I love to cook. But that also means a lot of greasy pots and pans. And we can't waste time with endless sink changeovers. So we upgraded to Dawn Professional Pot and Pan.
Dawn Professional cleans 58% more pots and pans per sink than the leading competitor.
Less dish soap, fewer changeovers, and more time doing what we love.
Dawn Professional. It's clean. Upgraded. From P&G Professional.
Build your Medicare Advantage plan with SumaCare's Jade HMO with Beneflex. Start with dental, vision, and hearing. Then choose 5 flex benefits for more than 15 wellness options, like free massage therapy, a helping hand from a Papa Pal, and a $550 flex card to make your core dental, vision, and hearing coverage even better. Plus, access to thousands of doctors across Northern Ohio. Visit SumaCare.com/Medicare Radio to learn more. SumaCare is an HMO and HMO POS plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in SumaCare depends on contract renewal. Other providers are available in our network.
Back at Lusail Stadium, almost 90,000 fans retaking their seats, ready for the second half kickoff. Argentina have only once in their last 13 World Cup appearances failed to get out of the group stage. That's a streak that dates back to the 1960s, the lone exception.
Come on, let's go, Mexico.
Actually won their opening game that time. The last time they lost their opener was 1990. They got to the final of that World Cup. But that's the situation they're in, Argentina, having lost to Saudi Arabia on Tuesday. If they lose this one, they're done. Mexico, can they beat Argentina at a World Cup for the first time in 4 tries in their history? Can they all but punch their ticket to the next round in their continued chase of the Quinto Partido, the 5th game, and reaching a quarterfinal for the first time since 1986. Second half underway, a little past 11 p.m. here in Qatar. 5 in the evening in Buenos Aires, 2 in the afternoon in Mexico City. We saw Mexico forced into that one change late in the half. Guardado had to come off for Eric Gutierrez. First whistle foul, 17th of the game going there. What are we looking for second half?
From an Argentine perspective, again, how do they try to change it a little bit more in the attack? What different ideas do they have? What substitutes will they make? And Mexico have played pretty risk-averse. They've kept numbers behind the ball. They've looked to counter. Comes Messi now trying to break through traffic, but it's going to set up in a very similar pattern to what you saw in the first half, at least initially here for the first 10-15 minutes before you see coaches start to try to change that with substitution and different tweaks. But I think that you'll see Argentina play a little bit more aggressively in their pressure on the Mexican back line, trying to win the ball back further up the field.
Let's hear more from the Mexico side of things. Rodolfo Landeros down on the field. Rodolfo.
Well, John, when it comes to Andres Guardado in Argentina, there's some sweet and sour memories. He made his World Cup debut in 2006, starting against La Albiceleste in the round of 16 in Leipzig at the age of 19, but he had to come out at the 41st minute because of injury, and sadly for him and Mexico, that's the same story tonight at the official 42nd minute. As he approached the bench, the medical staff put an ice pack on his right quad.
So keep an eye on that going forward as Lautaro Martinez spun around. No foul, though. Quickly at the field. Great first touch. Chucky Lozano on the run all by himself right now. Lozano blocked. He was trying to take that. Picked right back up, though, by Nestor Araujo. Araujo will cross in. Lozano, can he get back to it off the chest? No, but it's sliced up in the air. Emiliano Martinez can collect that because it was not a deliberate back pass. And now McAllister on the ball in his World Cup debut running forward. Hands it off wide to Acuna. Messi. Chip forward there, couldn't find McAllister, cleared away by Araujo.
You can see he's impatient too, though, when he's got the ball. Lack of options, a lot of green shirts in front of him, and trying to force that pass there between 3 Mexican defenders. They win it back, and it was dumped down the field. Argentina back in possession.
Those are the live standings. Poland getting the 2-0 win over Saudi Arabia earlier today, assuming we don't have a Mexico win, that would mean all 4 teams go into that final day with everything all to play for. Argentina against Poland at Stadium 974 in Doha. Mexico will be here at Lusail playing Saudi Arabia at the same time. That one's given away. Vega intercepts the pass in for Lozano, bit behind him, and he can't take it with him, and he's frustrated about it.
He wanted the ball in behind. Instead, the pass from Vega was back behind him. And that's where Mexico have had some good looks, some good opportunities. They find Lozano, they find Vega, but then it's decision-making and passing. It's a tough job sometimes. You've got 2 attackers against 3 or 4 defenders, and you're trying to use your speed and go and combination play, but they're not on the same page and have not been throughout that first half.
As we said, that was the big formation change that Tata Martino made for Mexico, trying to spring the surprise on Argentina. Ball inside, McAllister for Messi, has the step on Gutierrez.
That's a foul.
Free kick coming for Argentina. Yellow card out, and this is Lionel Messi territory.
It sure is, and for once in this game, you saw the Mexican midfield get sucked towards the ball, and Messi sensed the space in behind, and that's the little slip pass from McAllister there to find him, and now you've got Messi against your back line. You're trying to do anything that you can to stop him, stop his momentum, and Gutierrez makes the challenge from behind. I'm not sure that he needed to dive in and try and win the ball. He had 2 center backs coming out to get pressure, one of those Hector Moreno, because what you've done, you've opened the door for Messi to produce that magical moment with that left foot, the best set piece taker in the world, and this for him, this is his distance.
Scored twice from direct free kicks at the Copa America a year and a half ago on the road to the title. And he's sizing up 37-year-old Guillermo Ochoa, one of the best goalkeepers in the entire world.
And the other thing, John, he's at a distance where he can go either way at the goal. He can still get this up and down pretty comfortably with enough power to beat Ochoa. And if Ochoa thinks he's going to try and cheat, he's going to just smash this with power to his near side. Ochoa's right.
Messi couldn't get it down.
And he's frustrated because while it's a difficult degree of skill to get this up and over the wall, you still just expect so much every time he stands over the ball, and even just the technique leaning back a bit too much, trying to finesse it, but he doesn't get his foot over the top of it enough on the top of the ball to create the spin to get it to dip under the crossbar.
And he stood there for a long time, Messi, walking back upfield. That's kind of the whole point. What else is there left to say about Lionel Messi? All the different titles he's won, all the goals that he's scored. It's to call him a World Cup winner. It's the only possible argument you can make about his place amongst the greatest ever to kick a ball, as that's an offside flag that'll end that sequence. There was a possibility that that dream ends tonight in just their 2nd game here in Qatar. And yet, as we've seen, he can't do it by himself.
So Argentina a little bit different in their build-up. They've got Guido Rodriguez here who's on the ball, dropping between the center backs. And they're pushing another midfielder now further forward. They've got Messi dropping underneath centrally. So they're trying to spread the field to create some space to get Messi on the ball in good spots.
Di Maria running at Gallardo. Di Maria hooks that, cross it, late run from McAllister, header away only as far as Messi. It's an important touch by Lozano coming all the way back, and it's a foul and a free kick for Mexico. Oh, going long, it's behind Vega. Well, nutmeg there's Chavez got caught by Lautaro Martinez. Can they get him on the ball in good spots, or at least on the end of something in a good spot? When I hear the Chucky Lozano, all I think of is the Kazan airport at 2 in the morning 4.5 years ago. Stu Holden diffusing a would-be riot as the plane was delayed, getting all the fans chanting and singing.
It's one of the best parts of this World Cup, though, is it? Well, every World Cup is just the traveling fans. And this one is so unique in that you have so many different fans of so many countries in one city.
Messi gets it away, return bouncing wide. Di Maria was beaten to it. It was Montiel who made the big run forward, trying on the end of that.
Here's a nutmeg from Lautaro Martinez. Woo-hoo. See you later.
Alexis McAllister. Argentina might be preparing their first substitution. Lionel Scaloni has called over one of the players who was warming up. Di Maria got around Gutierrez. Di Maria got the cross into the middle. McAllister late run couldn't get there. It's pinged around. It's cleared out. Messi a karate kick to try to keep it. Vega picks it up. Did he use his hand? At least not the call in the field that he did. Now going long, trying to spring Alvarez the other way.
Yeah, Mexico have just been unable to offer anything in the attacking part of the field. Just these hopeless long balls, giving Vega and Lozano no chance. This time Alvarez caught out a little bit and they're trying to take advantage. And before that, you saw Di Maria take Eric Gutierrez off the dribble. He's on that yellow card, so he can't get as tight on him defensively. Great work by Lozano there. But look, he's got to beat 1, 2. Now he's got 2 shirts around him trying to do anything, and he's not going to get that foul.
Boy, he thought that was a foul for sure. De Paul comes away with the ball. Messi. Di Maria. Great little move to at least get away momentarily from Gallardo. They re-engage. De Paul. Messi. You can just feel it start to amp up a little bit here. 10 minutes into the second half. Acuna, he'll retreat it. Enzo Fernandez will be coming on at the next opportunity for Argentina. Messi not on the same page with Acuna. Guido Rodriguez will make way.
That was the move I was talking about. Angel Di Maria just gets Gutierrez off balance. And normally you might see him dangle a leg out there to try to make the tackle. This one goes past Lautaro Martinez, and Luis Chavez doing an excellent job tracking back because McAllister was looking for that follow-up late run into the box to smash that one home.
Guido Rodriguez, one of the 5 changes to the lineup Lionel Scaloni made. He goes off before the hour mark. Enzo Fernandez, 21-year-old, has just come out of nowhere, playing for Benfica this season. Got his first call-up in September. This is just his 5th international appearance. He came on about the same time in their game against Saudi Arabia, and he's on now. First sub of the night for Argentina.
Yeah, more attack-minded player than Guido Rodriguez, who's more of a destroyer in the middle of the field and was dropping between the center backs and providing an extra number deep. But it's just going to be what you're going to see a little bit more often here from Lionel Scaloni is attacking subs, everything attacking-minded, everything with a mind to having possession of the ball and playing forward and really starting to test this Mexican back line. The big question is going to be for Mexico, how long can they hold? Bend, don't break. But then can they find their moments in transition to get forward up the field?
Long run for Gallardo there from Gutierrez. Otamendi slides across. Montiel helping him out there. The ball just stayed in play, and Messi picks it up. McAllister. Back in for Messi. Gutierrez on a yellow, got to be careful. Messi trying to lay that through, knocked free into the middle of the field. No one there and wide.
Started to grab him, didn't he? Well, this one's going to bounce. He's going to get this one, Vega.
Vega working hard there, and whistle and a foul against Lisandro Martinez. Free kick Mexico.
This is what you see happen sometimes for center backs. If you let that first ball bounce, it allows the attacking player to get body position and then you can't come through him. I'm not sure that's enough contact for a foul, though, to be honest.
Chavez and Vega. Argentina, their bench is going crazy right now, trying to readjust their defensive setup. Vega hooks it into a terrific area. It's flicked across. That was Otamendi, able to nod that out the other side. And now Montiel carrying forward. De Paul on the run. Knocked away. Kevin Alvarez on his World Cup debut.
And 2 more subs on the way for Argentina here.
Julian Alvarez among them. All the while, let's see what the other one is going to be. Nahuel Molina was going to be the other. Just how hurt is Paulo Dybala coming into this World Cup? Montiel. Back to Montiel. De Paul running off him. Space and time for a cross to be fired in. Good header by Montes. Second header by Lozano. Vega running around. Still Argentina on it. 30 minutes to go. The tie is fine enough for Argentina. Doesn't eliminate them. Puts the pressure on. Must-win territory against Poland in their finale.
I think Mexico are looking at this game the same way. I think they're just trying not to lose the game and fancy themselves in their last match to go and win and beat Saudi Arabia for them to potentially advance.
Could be famous last words.
Yes. But that's the danger. That's the risk you run of just absorbing so much pressure and playing in the way in which they have with 5 in the back and only really trying to attack with 2 to 3 players.
And they are pinned back right now, Mexico. Di Maria trying to drive it inside. Gallardo step for step. Blocks the pass in. That was meant for Lautaro Martinez. Mexico with a sub in the wings as well. Real Antuna, it looks like, the former LA Galaxy player. That cross from Di Maria. Again, Montes stooping low to head it away. Alvarez stepping forward to intercept that. Couldn't take it anywhere. And here come the subs. Lautaro Martinez. Quiet night for a man who scored a hat trick last time they played these two teams. Replaced by the youngster Julian Alvarez. And it's Montiel who makes way for Molina. Those two just seem to swap at that right back position. He had Montiel booked late in the first half. Antuna not yet. Raul Jimenez will be coming on as well. How different is this for Mexico if he's 100% coming to the tournament? There's Chucky Lozano.
He's got nobody up with him. He's
Completely by himself right now, and it's a goal kick.
He's just trying to win a corner. He was 1 against 5.
Messi for Enzo Fernandez. Back out wide for Di Maria. Into the middle for Lionel Messi.
Nothing. Nothing for Messi. Nothing at all. Let's go, Mexico.
It had to be him. Leo Messi delivers again for Argentina. Just a half yard of space. How quickly he gets the ball off his feet. And then on that wand, that magical left foot of Lionel Messi, right through the ball, across goal, past Ochoa. One shot, one goal. King Leo does it again.
Angel Di Maria's childhood friend set him up on the assist. Di Maria has described Messi as an extraterrestrial. Because where on earth does that come from? Mexico were fine. There was no threat there whatsoever.
And that's the thing. They just fell asleep for a half second on Messi. And when Di Maria was finally starting to slash at that back line, they're forced back. Somebody takes one play off. And how quickly, though. It's easy to say that. But just, John, when the ball comes into him, how he just quickly sets it up. He knows what he wants to do.
Sleep on Messi.
He doesn't have time to react, to get out before then he's shooting at goal. And with his quality and his precision to pick out the corner.
I said that was going to happen to him. Like, watch them mess up close to the end.
Look at goal all game long. That's the difference maker. Wow.
Wow.
Well, there was a lot of confusion when Mexico were making that substitution. They were trying to change last minute who exactly was coming off. Two more in the wings for Argentina. It was indeed Kevin Alvarez and Alexis Vega. They put Chucky Lozano's number up. He stayed out there. Here's Jimenez picking it up, opening up for Antuna, the other sub. Antuna got a cross in. It's deflected. It's cleared away.
Well, finally now Mexico are going to have to come out of their shell a little bit. They're going to have to attack, and they've got Jimenez in the game, who's more of a target striker, although he's capable of running the channels and playing on the break as well, playing high intensity, but he's not 100% fit. So what version of Raul Jimenez do you have out there? He's a high-quality finisher, but needs service.
And Argentina not yet going to make their subs. This doesn't eliminate Mexico, but it leaves them bottom of the group. And in a very dicey situation going into the finale with Saudi Arabia. Jimenez got to that one, opens up to the far side. Lozano down off the chest and spins it around. Trying to get it wide, Gutierrez was for the late run of Gallardo, and it was blocked. Jimenez.
Wow.
Kept it in play. That's going to work for Antuna. Back inside Jimenez. Back outside Antuna. Cross stabbed away. Out for a throw. No, an offside flag in that sequence.
Wow, wow, wow.
McAllister is done. Ezequiel Palacios replaces him. And Angel Di Maria will be taken off for a defender, Christian Romero.
Yeah, this is going to shuffle the pack a little bit with Romero coming in, a center back. The referee telling Di Maria to go off on the far side now to get off the field, because I don't think he was entirely sure or didn't see his number up on the board.
over though. If Mexico come back, do what they got to do. They got time.
A lot of long faces after
They got plenty of time, but it might be over though.
He was the only guy that was
but
very
it might be
vocal,
over.
telling his teammates, "Come on, guys, let's get back in the game." There was one guy that didn't celebrate with Messi. And it was Lisandro Martinez. Immediately after the ball went into the back of the net, he slammed it to the ground, just praying. And that speaks of how much tension and pressure this Argentina team has been going on all week long.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rodolfo. Even in Messi's celebration, he runs right to the heart of the Argentine fans behind the goal, and you could see the passion and the emotion and the celebration, and also a bit of a release as well for them finally finding a way through. And here's Messi again on the ball.
Flicked along, cross from Acuna, took a deflection, and that's blasted over. That was a great look on the far side. Nahuel Molina just came on as a sub.
He has so much time to think about. He's taking all these little steps as he runs up to it, just to try to time his run, to meet it in perfect step, to get the plant and the good contact. In the end, he's reaching for it, and it slices off the outside of his boot.
20 minutes to go. Here's how it looks. This would mean all four teams are alive, and we would have real chaos in the late window Wednesday.
We love chaos.
It'll be Argentina against Poland, Mexico against Saudi Arabia. Plenty of time for more here, though, as Gutierrez is fouled.
So with the sub for Romero, it's as we thought. It's 5 along the back, which Molina will get into the attack more, and then you've got the 3 in front, Messi with Alvarez as kind of the 2. So a little bit more pragmatic of a approach from Scaloni, saying, hey, I'm happy with the 1, and this is actually has been one of the trademarks of this team under Lionel Scaloni, is getting that goal and being able to shut it down and keeping clean sheets and winning games.
Speaking of chaos, Tuesday, the United States against Iran. They have to win to advance. A loss or a tie, their World Cup ends at the end of the group stage. That'll be live on Fox Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Roberto Alvarado, kind of the last man brought on the roster, preparing to come on for Mexico. It's an Argentina team that struggled at World Cups of late to close out games when they have the lead. Remember, they led against Saudi Arabia at the half. They ended up losing that one. Popped over the top. Molina's going to get back to it. Brought it down on Gallardo. Jimenez stabbed it away as they were trying to find Messi. Herrera throws his body in. Messi goes down in a heap. No foul. A little bit of space for Oriol Antuna. If he can get under control, he can't. And boy, that is slammed into the stands, and Christian Romero goes flying in the ad boards. And here comes the sub. So Chucky Lozano will make way after all.
Tough game for Lozano, and I would say no fault of his own. He just was given a thankless task of playing in the strategy, such a defensive approach from Mexico. They were trying to keep the clean sheet, trying to keep themselves in the game, and they were playing not to lose as opposed to trying to win. And he was oftentimes alone on an island by himself against 4 defenders. And now Mexico are in more of desperation mode, where they're now trying to fight to get into this game to give themselves something.
And they're done with subs. They made 4 subs, but that was the effect of using one of their windows for the Guardado injury late in the first half. So both teams are done making changes. Lionel Messi, the goal, the difference right now, keeping Argentina's World Cup hopes alive. A loss eliminates them tonight. Mexico not done, but it'll be a dire situation for them going into the finale on Wednesday. Long it goes towards Jimenez. Big challenge in the air, and it bounces through to Emiliano Martinez. Just one save that he's made. That was off the free kick back in the first half. And Alvarado making his World Cup debut at the age of 24. He's been a part of this team for 4 years. That's wedged away in the middle. Good work by Fernandez. Messi, though, beaten to it by Gallardo. It's going to come back for an Argentina free kick. Messi found a pocket of space. Antuna was a great recovery run. He ends up doing enough in the end, although work to be done now for Moreno. Gutierrez under pressure. Chavez gets the whistle. Quarter hour to go. And Alvarado misplays the pass.
Every Argentina fan that I could see right now is standing on their feet, going absolutely nuts.
Good pressure by Gallardo. He thought that he won a throw out of it. It is Argentina's. Goal 93 of Messi's international career, his 8th at a World Cup. It falls free into the middle. It's picked up by Araujo. Jimenez, Herrera, Gutierrez. Gallardo now. Into the middle. Picked up by Chavez. Back out to Alvarado. Forced backwards. Herrera weaving his way around Alvarez. Tough ball there to be dealt with by Montes, and it's given away. Palacios able to keep it stabbed to the open space. Julian Alvarez, he's got Messi in the middle. Alvarez plays it. Messi beaten to it just enough by Hector Moreno there. Clearance, though, doesn't get all the way out. Great cut inside by Acuna. Skips away from Antuna. Araujo had to slide across to break it up. Jimenez throwing his body in. Play on. Messi. Alvarez. Messi. Ochoa stays at home. Messi, did he keep that in play? It's kicked away by Ochoa. He's saying the ball's out of bounds. Assistant referee.
He is belatedly. Looking for a little combination pass. Let's have a look here. It's hard to see. It's blocked by the pole. Ooh, that looked close. It actually looked to me on the second view there that was still in. And Messi's still down behind the play. Slow to get up. He's up now.
I mean, sort of nothing definitive there that it was out.
No.
And that was really interesting that the assistant referee waited as long as he did. Messi having a word with Ochoa behind the play as he walks back upfield. Chavez to the far side for Moreno. Jimenez back out for Gallardo. Jimenez on the turn. He's trying to play that in. Alvarado was blocked. That's a foul by Hector Herrera, just sweeping out the legs of Palacios. They have announced the attendance, 88,966. They have brought the noise here tonight. Who's going to be celebrating at the end? 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
And who's going to be here in this building December 18th for that final?
Alvarez brings it down, hands off to Messi. He's spun around. Gutierrez playing on a yellow card. It's going to be whistled for a foul.
The fans, all the Argentina fans doing the bowing motion to Lionel Messi. Now, this was a game that we said from the beginning, John, was going to be tight. Mexico were playing in a more defensive formation. Argentina had to be good defensively themselves. They've handled Mexico's weak transition play. And then within that, you still need your star man, one of the stars of this tournament, one of the best players to ever kick a ball, to give you that moment. And time again, as he's done throughout his career, he provided it with just sheer brilliance, good quality, great finish. And that's the difference right now. But the question is, 10 more minutes. Can Argentina hold on to get this 3 points?
Antuna fouled, and he's down in some pain. Chavez, the ensuing free kick, popped to the far side, back into the mixer. Good strong take, Emiliano Martinez.
Just the spin on the ball made it difficult for Hector Moreno to try to head that where he wanted to, which was not right into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. It ends up bouncing off his head, popped up in the air. Easy catch.
Alvarez doing a lot of running and colliding with Montes as he gets it clear. Araujo picks it up. Chavez trying to escape, rides the bump of DePaul, gets it away, long run for Antuna, is going to run out of space. Herrera popped in the air by Chavez. Alvarado battling in the air. No one on the far side, though, in green. And it's cleared away by Molina. Fernandez picks it up for Argentina. DePaul on the outside. Gallardo shoulder to shoulder. Argentina's throw. Mexico thought it should have been theirs.
Now you can see it clearly comes off the foot of Gallardo. He's going to ask for it. As you should. You should always ask for it. You never know. This game is just grinded to a halt, hasn't it? And that's exactly what Argentina would have wanted. They get the goal, and then they just shut it down. It's not sexy. It's not romantic. We talked a lot about this in the Copa America again, and the way in which sometimes you expect the South American teams to play with flair and the tricks and the flicks, which Brazil have done, but you can't talk about this version of Brazil with all the forwards and all the goals without talking about how good their defense is. And that is what has made Argentina so effective and sent them on that long winning streak. And that's what you're going to see from this tournament. If they can get ahead, they keep the pressure, they're capable of doing that. They have wonderfully talented attacking players, but it's going to be, to win this whole thing and win the tournament, it's going to be how good can they be defensively.
36 games without a loss, 25 games without even trailing.
That's good, right?
Before Saudi Arabia. That's popped in the air. It's Alvarado trying to guide that out for a corner. It is a corner. Just the second of the game for Mexico. Otamendi feeling that contact a little bit. Luis Chavez, little kiss to the ball before he sets it. Outswinger in. Good header away there by Enzo Fernandez. Alvarado first to pick it up. Number still up for Mexico. Alvarado couldn't get it past the first man. It might be danger the other way. Messi has Alvarez. Runner on the far side as well. Big tackle needed to be Jesus Gallardo.
Heavy touch from Rodrigo de Paul. Not been his best day, I would say. And that was a great opportunity for Argentina to deliver that final killer blow in this game. They had 4 attackers against just 2 Mexican defenders. Really heavy touch from de Paul allowed then the challenge to come in, and the chance wasted.
Mexico running out of time. Struggling to get on the ball. Acuna. Able to get a corner of Nestor Araujo. And Lionel Messi is going to make this long walk as slowly as possible down to the corner. De Paul takes it short for him. Messi in now. Enzo Fernandez! That's how you slam the door shut!
What a way to get your first international goal at a World Cup, 21 years old. How about that? Just a thing of beauty. Excellent skill, good close control, beats the first man, and then he just wraps the foot around it and watches it nestle into the back of the net. The second goal for Argentina, and he gets a hug, the embrace from the GOAT, Lionel Messi. He would have grown up watching him play, idolizing Messi, and now he's playing on the same field with him at a World Cup, and gives the second goal for Argentina to, as you said, John, slam that door shut and finish off Mexico in this game. What a goal and what a moment for that young man.
An incredibly meteoric rise. He joined Benfica in Portugal this summer. First month in Portugal, he was named the best midfielder in the Portuguese league the month of August. He's played just about every minute this season as Benfica got big Champions League wins over Juventus and PSG. finds himself playing for Argentina for the first time in September. Yellow card out here in a big collision. And he delivers an absolute stunner.
Man, what a finish. 2 great goals for Argentina in this game. 2 of the highest quality goals. The first from Messi outside the box, a laser on the ground in the corner, and then that one from Enzo Fernandez. That's one you show your kids and your grandkids and their grandkids. I tell you, the Mexican fans, you can see the look on their face. Those back home, those that have traveled, they will not be happy with this performance. Not just the score, but the way in which Mexico approached the game, so passively, so negatively. For a team that has really struggled to score goals in the past games and 0 in this tournament so far. And big questions. I thought they might struggle in this tournament. I didn't expect to see this, though, just how bad this has been for them. Yeah, then Argentina might find a third.
Here they come.
6 minutes.
Alvarez ran away from him. Montes with the tackle, picks it back up.
Goal difference becomes important, too.
Alvarado picked up that yellow card a moment ago. Chavez goes down. 7 straight losses in the round of 16. That's the talking point for Mexico. They got to get to the round of 16 first.
And they've been there for 7 straight World Cups.
The last time they didn't win either of their first 2 games at a World Cup was the last time they didn't get out of the group. 1978 in Argentina. Antuna got the cross in, diving header away. And man down for Argentina, who are out of subs. It's Acuna. Either you're injured or get up.
Exactly. Here it is again. The little step over just to get Gutierrez off balance is so good. You see that? The shift of weight quickly from the left to the right. And then as soon as he beats the first man, he's at a distance. There's no pressure on the ball. And, oh, it's just so good, that technique. Picking out that far corner with the dip and the power and the swerve on it past a really capable, experienced goalkeeper in Ochoa, who just was a passenger there.
Mexico has managed 1 shot in this entire second half. And amongst the celebrating Argentina fans, we understand Luciano Costa of FC Cincinnati, your MLS assist leader this year, flew in today for the game. It's going to be a party for them tonight. Still work to be done against Poland Wednesday.
This is the rebound performance that they would have hoped for and that they wanted to see from their team. And it took it some time. And we said it would. It was a tough game in the first half. Mexico made the game ugly. They sat back. They limited space. The question was always going to be, was that, can they bend but not break? Well, they broke. And it was the one time that you didn't get pressure on Messi in front of the goal. He puts it in the back of the net. Then the game really opened up, and Argentina have dominated. I would say that Lionel Scaloni will be very happy with how his team has responded. All the conversation about...
As it comes in, Jimenez knocks it down, and that was an important step there. Lisandro Martinez to get that clear.
All the conversation about the loss to Saudi Arabia and what would the response be, and could we see one of the favorites for the tournament go out in the group stage? Would this be Messi's last World Cup? They answered a lot of those questions. And as you said, the job's not done.
Not yet.
Not yet. But would you bet against them after seeing this second game here?
So we'll have Messi against Lewandowski for a spot in the knockout stage on the line Wednesday night. 2 minutes still to go. Alvarado trying to get that in. It was not dealt with. Jimenez got a cross in. Good recovery there to get it clear. Some last-ditch defending for Argentina right now in the final 2 minutes before the end. Montes wide for Antuna. Couldn't get a cross in. Gutierrez, long run around the outside from Gallardo, headed away. But to your point, it's exactly what Lionel Scaloni said. We knew that this thing was going to end. It's been perfect for us. Nothing but joy for a long time. The blow is going to happen. You can lose. You're going to lose. It's about how you respond, how you get back up. And he was defiant. We're not going to change who we are. We're not going to change our style. Change 5 members of his lineup. But they got the job done tonight. As Otamendi sliding clearance to hook it away. And Lionel Messi, a big reason why. Goal and assist tonight. Leaving a couple more Mexican players in the dust for good measure. Wins a foul. And the entire stadium is bowing to him right now. At least everybody wearing white and blue.
Maybe a few in green.
And this, we would presume, will be the final action from Emiliano Martinez. Just one save made tonight to get his first career shutout at a World Cup. That's it. Argentina win.
Well, the Messi magic has Argentina back on track. Cohesive, total football performance from Lionel Messi in Argentina. And if you were counting them out, think again.
But the job's not done. Then a showdown with Poland coming on Wednesday. Mexico with work to do as well. It's going to be a great finish to this group. As we send you back to Rob Stone and our set on the Corniche in Doha. It finishes here in Lusail. Argentina 2, Mexico 0.
FIFA World Cup today on FS1 is presented by Google Pixel. Alexia Lawless, Clint Dempsey, Rob Stone back here with you. We take you right back out to Lusail Stadium. The crowd and the energy were on point from